What's going on, everybody? Abe here. We're back at it again with another video, and in today's video we're going to be installing the Penguin Tech Racing flex fuel kit for my Civic Type R. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is the Penguin Tech Racing Flex Fuel Kit for the Civic Type R. It's all plug and play. Comes already with the wires and all that good stuff, hence the plug and play, right? I opted for this kit because it uses the exact same sensor as the PRL kit, and it's a lot cheaper. So I opted for this. I'm always down to save some money. I mean, everything on my car is PRL, intake, downpipe, intercooler. But sometimes if I could save, a good amount of change, I'm gonna do it, and so should you. So I'm gonna show you how to install this. I've seen a couple videos already to kind of give me a good idea. And I know there's already a few on YouTube that are pretty good, but I kind of want you guys to follow along with my build. And yeah, and I like documenting these things. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go down to the car, grab a few tools, and we'll get started. All right, first things first, just like I've seen in other videos, I'm gonna take off this fuse box cover and grab the fuse puller right here. We're gonna get under the dash and pull a fuse there for the fuel pump. All right, so we're down here. For those of you that are curious as to which one you need to pull, the fuel pump one, it says over here, fuel pump. So you're gonna come look at over here. Let's look at this. My neck kind of hurts right now, but it'll be this row. This 20 right here that my hand's on, that my finger's on. This 20 amp fuse is the one you're gonna want to pull. All right, here's the fuse. So what I did is I started the car, then pulled the fuse, and hopefully that's the way you're supposed to do it, because when I was trying to start the car without this fuse already in, it just wouldn't start, obviously, because it doesn't have the fuel pump. So let's see if that really releases some pressure from the fuel system. So let's move on to the next step. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and remove the plastic cover for the valve cover. A cover for the valve cover. All right, there she is in all her dusty glory. Maybe one day we'll paint it, but I don't mind it. Next is I'm gonna have to remove this bracket here. Has two 10s, and then I believe there's another set of 10s down there that we have to remove as well. So let's get to it. All right, that first bracket is out the way. Again, it was two 10s that are here, and I think the next spot, ouch, I burned the shit out of myself. The next part here is we're gonna try to unclip this little clip here, and you need a little pick tool for that, which I do have over here. And I got also a little screwdriver in case I need it. So let's see how it goes. All right, so I gotta remove this little line, or this clip holding the fuel line here. So I'm gonna show you a close-up of how I did it. So you push down at this tab part, you push down and kind of pull it forward at the same time. There we go. See that? And then boom, it's off. Okay. All right, yeah, pain in the ass, right? So I don't want to do it again, but yeah, you basically have to push this part of the tab down and then kind of try to push it through here upwards, and then it'll come up. All right. Alrighty. So I believe next step here is take this off, kind of move that out of the way a bit, and then I should have access to a couple more 10s down there. All right, and just to be specific, when I talk about the 10s, I'm speaking of these two. I'm still holding in that bracket. Alrighty, so bracket removed, and this is a very important step here. You're gonna need to remove these, as you're gonna reuse this on here on the your flex fuel kit, whatever kit you have. You're gonna need to swap those over to here. So be careful not to lose this little metal O-ring here and the rubber grommet that's pushed in there. All right. So this next step, we're gonna remove this little plastic cover piece. All right, kind of try to remember how that goes on, and then you're gonna take the fuel line off, squeeze these two tabs and pull. You might get a little bit of fuel, so I brought me a rag. All right, let's push in.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oof. Jesus Christ. Doing this with one hand, but whatever. So you're gonna come over here. This is your actually the stock high pressure fuel pump. So on this side you'll see the line from here kind of runs along into here, and you're gonna want to take this clip off. So what I'm doing is turning it. Just lifted it up and then turn, and then you got the clips here again. All right, and there you have it. Fuel line is removed. I'm just gonna shimmy it out here. Oof, just a little fuel in this damn thing. All right, I'm putting the camera down. All right, now that we got everything out of the way, now we can start putting the PTR assembly and mounting it onto the car here. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna take this line out so I can expose these little holes, so then I can put the grommets on and then mount it to the car. Got the grommets in. Now I'm just gonna mount it where it was before here in the stock location, right? And then I'm gonna use these bolts that I previously removed, and we're gonna reuse them to get it on there, y'all. Now let's get this line back on here. See how we're gonna do this. All right, got that side in. Just got a little bit of play here. All right. All right, so after I clipped it in, I grabbed this line and I kind of shoved it in a little bit more until I actually heard it click. Everything seems to be on there nice and snug. Let's go ahead and just connect this part. Let me take this out. All right, we got the fuel line ran. It's on there. Next thing we got to do is run the wire harness to where it needs to go. There's a few plugs over here that it'll connect to. And then in order to do that, we got to take off the air box. Let's do it. So you have these plugs that kind of just re-loop each other. So you're gonna, that'll go here, so you'll unplug this one and you'll plug it into here and you just re-loop it back into this same spot. This one goes onto the radiator and the engine coolant temperature sensor location, and you'll just plug this one up right up in there. And again, you got the ground. I think a good spot for the ground is maybe like over here, or one of these tents here. I'll pick it up. And then obviously you're gonna wanna, the kit comes with some zip ties, so you're gonna wanna just kind of loop this in around the engine here, zip tie where needed, so it's a nice and clean install. Alrighty, so I got everything buttoned up now. Got the clips here. I ended up putting the ground literally right here, right next to it. There's a nice little 10 there. Down here, you can see where the sensor is connected down here as well for the radiator. And then kind of like buttoned up the wiring here, so there's not a lot of slack. I don't want the this cable to hit the fan here. That'll be disastrous. And then I kind of just put a zip tie here to kind of, you know, tie it into this to where there's not a lot of slack or a lot of loose wiring, and that's pretty much it. So now I'm just gonna put everything back together. I'm not gonna show you that part. It's like pretty much, you know, just putting the plastic cover back on here and then putting the intake back on. So I'll do that and then we'll fire it up. All right, everybody, we got everything buttoned up for the kit here. Let's prime the fuel pump and see if this thing wants to start up. I may need to load a base map into it for the flex fuel, but let's just see if it starts up now. All right, let's see if she starts. Let me just check for leaks. Don't see no leaks there, no leaks here. Good. All right. Oof, she's running pretty rough. Let's see if she catches. There she goes. probably just had air in the system, so it needed to kind of get that air out of there. Let's turn it off. Let me turn it right back on. Yeah, I think there's just air in the system. Makes sense. There we go. All right, guys, if you liked what you saw today, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you got anything to say, just leave a comment in the comment section below. You could also follow me on Instagram at Abe_FK8 to follow for more, I guess, more in-depth content and when I go out and race and stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this install video. There's definitely more on the way. I'm upgrading the fuel system, not 100%, but we got some more stuff on the way. Hopefully you guys stick around. I'll be dropping another video sometime this week of the next install. And until next time, guys, be safe, be easy. Peace out.